Alcohol-free alternatives to cocktails, beer, and champagne, they are bubbling up. Joining us right now is Brooks Addington. He is the CEO of TÖST. It's a non-alcoholic beverage company. Last year, Constellation Brands acquired a minority stake in the company. I've got it here. TÖST, as in, the idea, I assume, is toasted, like you're getting toasted? Is that what the idea is? Like, some people use toasted as a verb in a certain kind of way. What are we talking about here?
To toast.
Sure. Well,
you can toast somebody, but then someone would say you got toasted on the other end of the toast, or you could get toasted by drinking a lot of it, perhaps, Brooks. Not this.
No aptogens in this drink, no alcohol, 100% 0.0. First of all, first-time caller, long-time listener. Really appreciate you having us on the call. TÖST is a leader in the sparkling non-alcoholic beverage space. Been around since 2017. As you mentioned, Constellation invested in us a couple of years ago. Really out there to provide a beverage that has the attributes of an alcoholic beverage, but no alcohol, for those that are looking to moderate or abstain from alcohol at any given occasion.
Okay, so what is the price point? So we've got a couple things here. We've got the cans, and then we've got some bottles here. What does this stuff retail for?
Yeah, the large bottle is under $10 across the country, a little higher on the West Coast than the East Coast. You're going to find it locally in New York, as low as $7.99 or $6.99 on deal. The cans are $3.49 or $13.99 per 4-pack. So, we wanted to come out with a product that was accessible to everybody, that was still elevated, but, not out of range in terms of being able to celebrate at a reasonable price point.
And just what's the growth look like at this point? I mean, this whole, we keep hearing about, just a real move away from alcohol. And I wonder what you think that looks like 5, even 10 years from now.
Well, that's a great question. I mean, we'll see what happens. To be honest, when we launched in 2017, we had no idea that this would be such a trend and now a category. We've seen over the course of the last 3 years a proliferation in non-alcoholic products coming to market. I think there are about 800 products out there in the U.S. alone now. While the market remains small in the grander sense of alcohol, the expectation is that it'll be 4%, comparable to 4% of alcohol sales by 2027. So it is becoming a considerable size of the category. Beer, wine, spirits are all down this year, and people are moderating. So we expect this growth to continue to happen, moving forward next year and onwards.
And when you think about expanding into other categories or other flavors, I'm even just looking at the a lot of people don't drink because of just the dietary issues. This has 45 calories, not bad. Carbs, 10 grams. Well, are people looking for some of this stuff from just a strict diet perspective, you think?
Well, I think that it's a healthier option. It's about a third of what you're going to find in a soda or a glass of wine or a cocktail. So it is a healthier option. But, Aaron, there is no free lunch. If you want to have a full-bodied product, there are going to be some calories in there. And, you often like to think that people that are drinking sparkling water all day, they may go home at night and they want something that's elevated. They want something that's meaningful. They don't just want the same old they've had all day. So we wanted to create something that had a little bit more there. Now, on the healthier side, certainly drinking less is a healthier option. We're seeing more and more of that come out and reports around the world from different regulators. But yeah, people are choosing this for a healthier option versus alcohol. Again, a little bit of carbs in there, but better than your average alcohol.
And do you have any expectation long term about? I mean, people are doing like CBD drinks. They've got all sorts of other things going on in their drinks. How do you think about that stuff?
I think there's a place for everything. The younger generation is migrating towards the aptogenic drinks, where they can have some type of effect. Certainly CBD, THC. THC for me continues to be a little bit complicated with the regulatory environment. Having to launch a beverage in each state would be just too much for us at this point. But we expect people want everything, right? There are going to be people that are going to be engaging in THC or CBD or aptogens, and other people who just want a beverage that is clean of any type of reaction to the body. So I don't expect that category to get any smaller or to shrink. I think it'll continue to grow, but there's a lot of room in this space for everybody.
Who is the biggest competitor of yours? I mean, if you were to sit on a Monday morning like today with a whiteboard and say, we got to worry about these guys, who are you worrying about?
That's a great question. Really, when we think about where we sit, it's everybody. It's everything from a sparkling water. What are you drinking when you're not drinking? So, at times it's a beer. It could be a mocktail. Certainly, the celebratory sparkling juices during this time of year is a direct competitor. But we really look at the entire market, sparkling water, which is massive, as you know. We're looking for when are people looking for an option that's different, and how can we fit into that moment and elevate it for the customer?
Right. Joe, what was the drink that we had? Sparkling water with hops in it. Do you remember that?
No.
A couple years ago?
I remember
the other.
I remember the other beer that we had. It was good. We just had that on.
Right.
It was pretty good beer. No.
Oh, I know. Brooks, do you know about Athletic Brew, which sells non-alcoholic beer?
Right.
Sells sparkling water with hops in it. That's what it was.
They just launched that. Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. You know, they're doing amazing work over there. Bill's really built a great company. It's a fantastic product. Hop flavored water has had a huge run this year. We expect that to continue. The entire space is expected to grow over 30% in the next year and, quadruple over several years. So you're going to continue to see this creativity. I think you're going to have some brands drop out. New ideas, new product is going to come forward, and it's going to be really
last question. I got little kids at home. Should I serve this to them, or is this going to be like a gateway for them to want to drink wine and champagne and stuff like that, you think?
Well, we used to joke that it was enjoyed by everyone between 7-year-old girls and 87-year-old grandparents. The nice thing is that everyone can have it together, enjoy it as a toast, enjoy it for a special occasion, and not worry too much about that. So no, we don't think it's a gateway. Just a really elevated beverage that you can enjoy when you don't necessarily want any alcohol.